Vanakkam Piñata Nation, hit the piñata, get the surprise. Today's piñata surprise is a speech on the topic wildlife conservation. Let's begin. We don't own the planet Earth. We belong to it and we must share it with our wildlife. As we all know, in India, we celebrate Wildlife Week from 2nd October to 8th October to promote and preserve the wildlife. The rich flora and fauna play a major role in maintaining the ecological balance of a region. India boasts of more than 80,000 species of animals, which is about 6.5% of the world's total species. Indian fauna includes about 6,500 invertebrates, 2,546 species of fishes, 2,000 species of birds, and 458 species of reptiles, 4 species of panthers, and over 60,000 species of insects. Even though we have such a rich ecosystem, our wildlife is going through many problems like trafficking, poaching, encroachment, global warming, and etc. Not only these, rapid industrialization and urbanization due to the fast growth in population in recent decades have taken a heavy toll on wildlife. We need to understand that wildlife is equally important like human beings. At this point, I would like to share a quote said by Mahatma Gandhi. There is enough for everybody's need, not for anybody's greed. Yes, one of the major reasons for the constant decline of wildlife is humans' ever increasing demands and greed that have led to deforestation and habitat destruction. We cannot undo the mistakes of the past, but we can influence the future by conserving them. To conserve the wildlife, we have two types of methods. Number 1, in situ conservation. This preserves the animal or plant in its natural environment. Some of them are initiatives like national parks, biological reserves. Number 2, ex situ conservation. This means the protection of untamed animals and plants offsite through elimination and relocation of some population to protected habitat. Further, to protect the wildlife, our government has imposed some vital conservative regulations. Number 1. In 1972, our government passed a Wildlife Protection Act to prevent damage to wildlife. Number 2. There is an absolute prohibition on the poaching, trafficking, and trading of wildlife. Number 3. Many protected areas are created to preserve wildlife like national parks, reserve forests, wildlife sanctuaries, etc. In these restricted regions, wildlife protection laws are implemented to safeguard the species. Number 4. Awareness is created to teach people about the worth of wildlife. I would like to conclude that we cannot create these marvelous creations but can preserve them. It doesn't mean if they don't have a mouth to speak that they don't have rights to live. Thus, wildlife protection is important to preserve the equilibrium of Mother Earth. So it's our duty to promote wildlife management practices that accommodate both human well-being and the long-term conservation of wildlife. Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you. Thank you. Nandri, hit the bell, get the surprise.